Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Uset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Asking Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell next to it and hit all so you will get notifications when I do videos. Also, if you have time, leave us a positive comment in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up and pass it on to somebody else who might like it. And remember to stay to the end because I picked out a few positive comments that I want to share with you from the comment section. So, let me tell you guys something. I was talking to a friend the other day. I really like this person a lot too. One thing I never forget about a person, I never forget who's been kind to me, and I never forget who's been cruel to me. This is a person who has been very kind to me. Times when I've been upset recently, this person was really cool. So we were having a conversation the other day, and I totally just dropped the conversation because the other person really was not comprehending what I was saying. And I didn't want to hurt him. I didn't want to upset him. I didn't want to hurt him. And if I had been more blunt about it, I think it would have caused us to have a rift. And I didn't want to fight with him, you know, because I like him. Like I said, I like him a lot. He's cool as hell. And I didn't want to upset him. I didn't want to hurt his feelings. But the whole conversation was just like ass. And I wanted to tell you guys about this because I used to do this too. And I think a lot of us do it. And it's just really detrimental to your energy, to your spirit, to your emotional health. It's just detrimental. So let me explain it to you and tell you what I mean. He said to me that this person had done something to him. A lot of times people come to me about their lovers, about their spouses, about their parents, about their kids. They come to me to talk about other people. Most of the time when somebody comes to get a reading from me, it's because somebody or somebodies are doing things in their life that have them distressed. People come to me in tears or angry, you know, suicidal about something that somebody has done to them. I mean, every day, over and over again. I would say 98% of my readings are because somebody has wronged somebody else. And I understand this because I think we've all been in situations where somebody has at least attempted to wrong us. So I've been listening to this forever. So every time it happens, like it happened with this friend was telling me that his friend, supposed to be his significant other, it's complicated, there we go, his complicated friendship, he was saying to me this person had done something else, yet another infraction. And whenever somebody tells me that somebody has done an infraction, the first thing I say when they're finished talking is, why are you allowing this person to do this to you? So when he made the statement, I said, so he didn't tell me what the person did. He told me the person had done something. And I said, oh God, what did you allow her to do to you now? That was the exact words I said, because I always word my things very carefully. And he said, I didn't allow her to do anything. She just did it. Then I dropped it. Like I said, I didn't want to get into a fight with him. I didn't want to hurt his feelings. I just dropped it because at the end of the day, he already knows what I'm getting ready to say. He already knows. So I don't need to beat a dead horse. It's his life. He needs to deal with it. So I dropped it and changed the subject to crystals or paintings or something else. You know, I just moved on. But my thing is that, and I wanted to tell you guys this because, again, many of us have done this. And I think this is part of my karma because now that I think about it, I used to do this all the time. Before I found spirituality and understood the word accountability, I used to always do this. Always. I was always angry or sad or bitter or upset about something that someone did. And these were legitimate infractions. But what accountability taught me that every situation I get into, I have a hand in. Either I'm actively engaging in messing things up, or I'm not engaging. It's some kind of way I'm not doing something I need to do, or I'm doing something I shouldn't do. One or the other. So even in the case when somebody is wronging you, like I said before, there's always a part of it that's your fault. That's my fault. And what is that part? It's the part of you that keeps allowing it to happen. So let me give you an example. One time this girl was telling me, a long time ago, she was telling me that she was seeing this dude, and homeboy had slept with all these people in her circle. He had slept with her cousin. He had slept with her best friend. He was hitting on her mother at a party one night. I mean, he basically was sleeping with all her friends or any female in the group that would, even a family member who would sleep with him, basically. I don't know what was going on with him, if he was a sex addict or he was just an asshole. But basically, he had slept with like 6 people in her camp. Attempted or slept with one or the other, because the mother, I don't think, actually did it. But he had been doing this, and she came to me to get a reading to see why was he doing this. So during the course of the conversation, we found out why. I forgot what it was. I think he was a sex addict, but I can't remember. But we found out why. And then she went on and on and on about his behavior. So that was the end of the reading. Then she kept coming back to me, telling me, and now he's done this, and now he's done that, and now he's done this. And every time I saw her, and I saw her like 15 more times, every time I saw her, he had done something else. Something else. He had slept with somebody else, one of her peoples, or somebody she didn't know. Somebody had hit her up on the internet telling them they were pregnant by him. Then he asked her to marry him, and come to find out the ring that he gave her was somebody else's. It was all this drama. And every time I talked to her, she had an update. She had an update on some shit that he had done. And finally, I said, it probably wasn't even finally, I probably had been asking this question, but this day, she actually spoke to it. I said to her, why do you keep allowing him to do this to you? And she was like, I'm not allowing him to do it. He just does it. And I'm like, you are allowing it because you keep on putting up with it. You're not only allowing it, you're really encouraging it because you keep putting up with it. And every time it happens, you trip out. You'll have a little tiff or whatever the case is, and you're right back into the same situation over and over and over again. If somebody is abusing you, you are allowing it. You're encouraging it by putting up with it. And they can only do to you what you allow them to do. And this is in every situation. Some situations are harder than others to get out of, but in any situation that you're in that you don't like, you are engaging. Now, you may be engaging for what you think is a good reason, but I guarantee you, like in the case of this young lady, a lot of times that reason is codependency. A lot of times that reason is emotionally, something's going on with you emotionally is the bottom line. Because people who are healthy don't allow other people to harm them. People who are healthy, emotionally, spiritually, mentally healthy, do not allow people to screw them over and keep being in relationship with them. That's just the bottom line. So if they keep doing shit to you, it's your fault because you keep letting them. If you cut off their access to you, they can't do shit to you anymore. And the other part of it, I said, you're encouraging it. You're encouraging it because they know you're not going to do nothing. When I was in my low vibration phase, if I knew somebody was not going to do something about my behavior, I was just going to keep doing it. Why would I stop cheating on you? And I cheated a lot. I cheated a lot, unfortunately. But why would I stop cheating on you when you find out and you're not going to do nothing? I know you ain't going to do nothing. I cheated so many times, and I'm like, because they're not going to do nothing. So it should be a personal, internal incentive, really, and that's what it is now. It should be some internal integrity that keeps you from doing something like that. But at that point in my life, my vibration wasn't high enough to understand that. So I felt like, if you ain't going to do nothing, I'm going to keep cheating. Like, what the fuck? There's no consequences to it. So why be exclusive, or why try to hold back my urges, or why not talk to that cute sister or that cute brother if I want to, if you're not going to do nothing about it? So a person who is doing you dirty, a lot of times, even if it's unconsciously, I thought of that consciously, but even if it's unconsciously, that's what they're thinking. They're thinking, why not? They're not going to do nothing about it. I remember one time this girl told me that her ex was stealing money out of her bank account. And I was like, okay, well, what did you do about it? And she was like, well, I cussed her out and I told her XYZ. And she never took the bank information. She didn't change her bank information. She didn't take the card from her. And the girl kept stealing. And what did she do? She kept cussing her out. $3,000 later, she's furious and they're still fighting, but she never changed the banking information. And I was just like, you're allowing her to rob you. Oh, she said she wasn't going to do it no more. After she did it the first time, you should have closed that account and got a new account, or took your card from her, or whatever the case was. You should have stopped it right then and there. But you didn't. You took her word and her sorries and whatever the case was, and kept on allowing her to steal from you, and then wanted people to feel sorry for you after she had cleaned out the majority of your savings. So again, these are the things that people allow and encourage. So I just wanted to put that out there because, like I said before, I used to do that. Oh my God. I feel so bad for my friends that knew me back in the day before I got myself together, because I remember whining and bitching about what this person did and what that person did, and this happened and that happened. And I don't do that anymore. Now I look at a situation, I see where I fucked up. I look to see where I'm Aquarius. I'm analyzing. Where did I mess up here? That's the first thing I do. Okay, I did this. I did that. I didn't do that. I shouldn't have did that. Got it. I know what not to do next time. I don't really I do look at what they did too. I do analyze that too because I'm Aquarius, but I don't focus on it anymore. I used to focus on what the other person was doing to me. Now I focus on what am I allowing them to do, and how can I stop this cycle? How can I either discourage this or stop it altogether? So I just want you guys to know that, because I feel like a lot of people get their feelings hurt. A lot of people get used. A lot of people get abused. And it's just not fair. And like I said, as somebody who used to be very, very treacherous. I used to be extremely treacherous with things that I wanted. And if a person was going to allow me to do whatever I want, that's exactly what I was going to do. And cussing me out, complaining, that didn't do nothing. That didn't do nothing to change my behavior. So I just wanted to put that out there to you guys, because I hear it every day. And a lot of people are allowing others to run all over them. You just basically a doormat. You allowing people just to walk all over you. And you have to stop that, because it's detrimental to your mental health, your self-esteem, your self-worth. It'll just knock you down. And when I was in those positions, when I was younger, that's what led me to that emotional breakdown. Either my vibration, my karma, all these things played a part of it. My vibration, my karma, and the things I allowed other people to do and say to me. Those three things is what caused my breakdown. Those three things is what keep people in depression, keep people anxious, keep people in bad dysfunctional relationships. Those three things a lot of times are what is destroying your life. Now let's take a look and see my favorite comments. Miss W. Miss W said, same. What do you say when a friend tells you that people share the details of how their day was when they care about you? She was upset that I didn't often tell her the details of my day. I tell her it was good, but that's not enough. And she equates that to me not caring about her. How do I gently tell her that's wrong to assume? Well, honestly, I wouldn't even try to tell her that it's wrong to assume. You two have two different styles. This seems to be something that she believes. She believes that a person who really cares about her discusses the details of their day. So if you're okay with that, just discuss some random vague details of your day. If you're not okay with that, then you're going to have to really consider, do you want to keep this friendship? Because your styles do not match. Even trying to tell her that's a wrong assumption, she's not going to believe you, because in her mind, that's what it looks like. Caring about somebody looks like this. So you would have to basically deprogram her mind of what caring looks like. And the chances are not going to be high that you're going to be able to do that. You can discuss it. She'll probably just get angry with you, or you'll argue about it and you probably will never agree on it. I think you have to just decide, are you comfortable sharing the details of your day? And if you're not comfortable sharing, then you need to decide, do you really want to be in this relationship? Because it sounds like the two of you have two different relationship styles, and that can render you potentially incompatible. 2, Crazy Star. Crazy Star has received one of the highest number of hearts from me. So Crazy Star says a lot of good stuff. Crazy Star says, sign of maturity. You choose to put up with someone's bullshit. Yeah, if you want to put up, I was just talking about this. If you want to put up with somebody's bullshit, you can. But maturity usually comes with wisdom in a lot of cases. And the wisdom that you get from maturity is that you do not have to put up with anybody's bullshit. I don't care who the person is. You have to put up with your parents. You ain't got to put up with your siblings. You ain't got to put up with your kids. One of my friends was telling me how her daughter is on drugs really bad. She's on, I don't know if it's meth. She's on something really bad. She thinks it's meth or something really strong. And she keeps on stealing from her. And the other day she told me she changed the locks and told her she can't come back in until she gets clean. Now my friend is devastated about this, but this is called tough love. And if she keeps putting up with her bullshit, she's enabling her. She's going to help kill the child. So the best thing she can do is not enable her by saying, look, you can't come around here until you're clean. If you talk to any intervention counselor, they'll tell you exactly the same thing. So after all these years of putting up with her stealing things and selling them and taking her money and all kind of stuff, she finally has gotten to the point where she changed the locks and she's like, no more. So it doesn't matter who the person is. If they're messing up, if they're abusing you, they gotta go. All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. Something is in my throat. So please come back soon because I have a lot more to say. And if you would like to get a reading done, please email me and I'll be glad to hook you up. See you later.